Shump and Dua doing well shot making wise, and I guess was getting open shots or just hitting contested shots?
On that last play, you had a big time shot. We switched five. We were really trying to switch up earlier in the first half. Sam switched up and made him drive or take a thing. We really didn't want to give up, so we switched it. They were and he hit a shot. We were trying to switch and make him go downhill and not give up three. And he kind of shook Sam and made a big time shot.
On your ensuing possession after that shot, what were you guys hoping to get? I know there were some timeouts.
Yeah, so Duke Miles was really the most effective guard we had at getting downhill, kicking it out to Dayton. So we were going to run a little action. We were going to get it to Fears, come down and hit Duke. And they called timeout and they denied Fears, and we really talked about in the huddle, if they deny Fears, let's just go directly to Duke. We didn't have great timings because it was supposed to be a thing, but Duke got down the slot, kicked it. Dayton, I thought he had a shot. He shot faked it, and then and I heard Dayton. I was on the radio, and I heard was Dayton in here? Dayton then was on a radio show in there, and he's a freshman, and he just took the high road. He's like, here's an 18-year-old kid he's taking the high road. He's like, we don't want to put it in the referee's hands. But did you think he got bumped? And yeah, I think he got bumped. I just watched it. I thought we wanted Duke going down the slot. He was kicking inside out all night. He was the most effective guy. Dayton was hot, and we had him in the corner if he came off the corner. Elected to drive it, and by rule, if you get hip checked, it's a foul. But I don't want to get suspended for my son's senior night. He's a walk-on, so I got one game left. So a lot of plays we could have made to not put it in the referee's hand right there. So I'll leave it at that. Just heartbroken for the guys, because if you look back, not being able to get a last stop is the difference this team. Let's just go back to Texas A&M. We're up one-on-one. We miss. They come down, and Phelps hits a 25-footer. We're up against LSU. Get one stop. Carter hits a 25-footer. We're up against Kentucky. We give up that last shot. And that's 4 games in this league that we get a stop. We just have not been able to get a stop, and we've not been able to get a good defensive game against their top guards. Last game Owe had 28. Jordan Pope at Texas had 30. Phelps from A&M had 34. We've not been able to have a defensive stop against another good guard in these close games, but I'm heartbroken for our guys. I'm heartbroken for our guys because after the Kentucky game, it was crushing. And for them the last 2 days to come back and prepare and come in here against this team in this environment, how tough they are. And we got down double figures a couple times to keep fighting back. I love this group. My heart breaks for them that we can't find a way to close out and get the key stop that we need.
So I was going to ask, you guys so close all season, like you've been mentioning, and then Dula makes that play to hit the three to go up 9 at that point. It kind of felt like Ole Miss had all the momentum. You guys called back, take a lead. How frustrating is it to lose like that, as opposed to maybe that play just sort of,
It's been with this group. I mean, it's just been snake bit on a handful of these calls. I mean, to get it. I mean, he makes a tough shot. I mean, look at some of these things. I mean, the last game was an off-balance shot in the game. I mean, it was just it's been tough with those guys. But I tell you, like you said, it was down 9. The crowd was electrifying, and we clawed back to take a win. That's resiliency. We had 2 freshman guards in there battling their tails off. You don't see that a lot in the SEC. Against a very physical, old, disciplined, well-coached team. All those adjectives describe Ole Miss. Well-coached, disciplined, tough. Defensively, it's just this, and we found a way to do some things to get, to claw back in it. So a lot of good things. We just cannot get that last stop. And, when my freshmen took the high road, I mean, if you get bumped on a drive, I mean, they call it through the whole course of the game. So, but again, you want to put yourself in a position where it's not in the referee's hands.
I know this isn't on your mind right now, but Ole Miss just got to 9 SEC wins. They're obviously going to the tournament. What kind of a team what kind of a run could they make in the tournament?
I think they're really good. They're tough. They're disciplined. They got older veteran guards. Their positional size hurt us inside, and that's been a theme for us. Diab Brakefield, the positional strength in there really hurt us one-on-one in the post. But I think, I think just like they're one of many teams in the SEC that I can make a long run and play the last weekend. I believe that. They got shooting toughness, guards, they're disciplined, they play both ends. They're like a number of these teams I think can play in the final weekend.
Any more questions?
Thanks, guys.